right, class, we're about to start lesson 6 in chapter 6, the coordinate plane. Now, a coordinate grid is a way to locate points that lie in a plane or flat surface. The grid is formed by two intersecting lines, an x-axis and a y-axis. Now listen, the x-axis is horizontal, the y-axis is vertical. Okay, now, the grid is formed by two intersecting lines, an x-axis and a y-axis. The x-axis is actually a horizontal number line, and the y-axis is a vertical number line. The point at which the two axes intersect is called the origin. So that's where they intersect each other. Each point on the grid can be named using two numbers called an ordered pair. The first number is the distance from the origin along the x-axis. The second number is the distance from the origin along the y-axis. The numbers are written in parentheses and are separated by a comma, x, y. So remember, x always comes first, y always comes second. Now that we know that with our ordered pair, there are characteristics of the x coordinate and the y coordinate. The three characteristics of the x coordinate, or as we say, the x value of your ordered pair, is that you would either go to the left, the right, or you would stay where you're at. Okay, now for the y coordinate, there's three characteristics of the y coordinate. Now remember, you do the x coordinate first, then you would do the y coordinate. You either go up, down, or you stay where you're at. Now, as far as the stay portion for each one of these, that is when they are 0. So if your x is 0, you would stay where you're at and then go to the y value. If your y is 0, you would stay where you left off at for your x value. So now, let's go here and start plotting these points. Now, if you notice here, and I'm glad this is showing, this is the x-axis and the y-axis. Now the origin, if you're asked for the ordered pair for the origin's ordered pair is x is 0 and y is 0. That is the origin's ordered pair. And that is where you start at whenever you're looking for a particular point. You always start back at the origin, and that is where the x and y axis meets. So now it says write the ordered pair for each point. Now we look here at point A, which is number 1. So number 1 for point A, now we look here, point A. You see this point here. So we go down here and we go to the origin. We go to the origin, and on the x-axis we come here to -4. So your x value is -4. Now we go up to your y value. You notice here we went up here, y is 5. So your coordinate is -4, 5. So if you go to the origin, you go -4, you go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, and then you go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is your point for point A. Now, I'm going to check in the back of the book because I want to know if they have you all write the letter first, then the coordinate. Sometimes they do require you to do that, so I just want to be consistent. Now, I look back here and they did not have you do that. So now we go to number 2. It's point B. So you look here at point B. On the x-axis, we have 3. So 3 is your x. Now on the y-axis, y is 6. So that is your ordered pair, 3, 6. So if you start at the origin to test it, you will count 1, 2, 3 to the right, and then you will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. So that'll be number 2. Now number 3, we have point C. So we go and find point C here. Now if you notice here, we went straight down. We did not go left or right, so we stayed. So that means that x is 0, and then we went down 3, so then that means y would be -3. Now we go here to number 4. Number 4, we have D. So we go to point D. Point D here, if we come up here, we notice that X is 6. And then Y here would be -7. So our ordered pair is 6, -7. We could check it. We go to the origin and we count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we count down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now that's problem number 4. Now we go to problem number 5. Problem number 5 is point E. So if we go here to point E, we notice on the x-axis that's -5. But if you notice, we didn't go up or down from our x value. So y would be 0. So your ordered pair is -5, 0. So now we go to problem number 6, point F. We go here to point F. If you notice, your x is -6. And then your y coordinate is -4. So your ordered pair is -6, -4. So if you go here to the origin, you go 6 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now for number 7. Number 7, you got point G. Again, you notice we have 2 for the x value. And you notice we didn't go up or down, so that means y stayed. So that'll be 0. Okay, last but not least, number 8, we have point H. We go to point H, and then if you notice, where the x-axis is at 7, and then the y-coordinate will be -2. So those were your ordered pairs. If you need to go back and see problem 1 through 6, you could just rewind and you will see problems 1 through 6, and then that's 7 and 8. Now, we go here to problems 9 and 10. They want us to plot the points on the coordinate grid. Now, let me see if I could do this here. See if I could do this with this marker. All right, let's see. I want this to be a thin, and I think yellow would stick out. Let me see if I can get it even thinner. All right, so with that being said, let's go here. They want us to plot, oh, you know what? We're supposed to write the letters on here, so I'm going to just have to draw this out. So let me go here to problem number 9. Problem number 9. Let me see, they got 5 each direction. Now, of course, my grid is probably not going to be as good as it looks in your book, but I'll give it the old Boy Scout try. All right, so as you all can see, you see the numbers. It'll be hard for me to write the numbers here, but let's take a look here. We start at the origin. Now we're looking for J. Now we go -3. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 to the left. That's -3 for X. Now Y is -2. That means we go down 2. And we'll plot our point here. So this would be your J. Okay, next we come to K. K, we have X is 4. So we go back to the origin. X is 4, so we go to the right 1, 2, 3, 4 places. And Y is 0, so that means we stay here. So that would be K. Now we go to L. We go back to the origin. X is 1, and Y is -3, so we go down 3. And we plot our point here, and that would give us L. Now we go to M. We go back to the origin. X is -4. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left. And then Y is 2, so we'll go up 2. So that would give us M. So now we plotted all of those points. Now if you need to rewatch the video as far as what I just did here, rewind. Okay, now we go to problem 10. Same difference. So let me draw this out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we'll go here. We want to plot these points. So we go in. They said x is 0, so that means we stay at the origin for x. But y is -1, so we'll go down 1. And this would be n. Now we go to O. Now O, we start at the origin. We go to the left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be your O. And then we go to P. We start at the origin. We'll go 3 to the right, and then 1 up. So that'll be P. And then finally Q. We start at the origin. We'll go 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3. And since y is 0, we'll stay here. And this would give us, this would be our Q. Okay, now, we go down here to problem number 11. Problem 11, it says, on the coordinate, I need to get rid of this. Well, I guess I don't. Okay, number 11, it says, on the coordinate grid below, a line passes through points A and B. Which of the following ordered pair also lies on the line? So what we could do here, let me see, I can make this a little bigger. All right, good. Okay, what we could do here is look at this line. We want to find something that's also on this line. Let me see if I could turn this off. All right. Anyway, it says which one of these ordered pairs is on the line. So we look here at 1, 0. We start at the origin. We go to the right 1 and we stop here. So that doesn't work. Okay, we go back to the origin. We go over 1 and then down 1 for B. That doesn't work. We go to C. We're at the origin. X is 0, so we stay at the origin for X, but then we go down 1 for Y. So that doesn't work. Now we look here at D. D, we go -1. We start at the origin. We go 1 to the left, and then that's 0. So that point would be actually on this graph. So then our answer here would be D for number 11. Now we go here to number 12. It says 2 of the corners of a triangle are located at 3, -3, and 2, 3. What is the location of the third corner as shown in the diagram below? So let's go here, 3, -3. We start at the origin. So we go 1, 2, 3 to the right, and then we go 3 down. So we know that's not the point we're looking for. So then now we go back to the origin. We go 2, 1, 2, and then we go up 3. So we know that's not the point we're looking for. So we're looking for this point here. So we go back to the origin. We go 1, 2, 3 to the left. So that means that that is negative. So we know we had -3. And then we would have to go down 1, 2. So then that would be -2. So our answer here is -3, -2, which is A. Now, one thing I didn't say early on, but you got this in class. When I told you the 3 characteristics of the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate, when you move to the left with the x-coordinate, that means that you're moving to negative. So typically when you move to the x, you're moving more to the negative side. When you move to the right, you're going to the positive side. And when you stay, you know you're going to 0. So left is negative, right is positive, and the stay is 0. Now, the next thing here, with the y-coordinate, when you go up, that's positive. When you go down, that's negative. And then when you stay, that's 0. So those are more of the characteristics. And we are done. I will upload this to YouTube and have a wonderful day.